According to rumors, Clare Crawley's season of The Bachelorette isn't exactly going to be a normal season of the show. In fact, it might be a stretch to even call it Clare's season. Confused yet? Here are some spoilers for season 16 of The Bachelorette. Longtime viewers of The Bachelorette know just how significant the first impression rose is. As its name implies, this rose is given to the man who makes the best first impression on The Bachelorette. And while bachelors don't have the best track record of ending up with the women who receive their first impression roses, bachelorettes have an impressive success rate. 6 bachelorettes have ended up engaged to their first impression rose recipients, proving that the ladies of the Bachelor franchise truly know what they want. According to Steve Carbone, the longtime blogger famous for spoiling Bachelor franchise seasons on his website, realitysteve.com, Clare Crawley gave her first impression rose to Dale Moss, a former NFL player, to kick off season 16. And if the rumors are true, it seems that Clare might just be the 7th bachelorette to have a happy ending with her first impression rose pick. A franchise favorite, Clare Crawley has been around the block a time or two, appearing on The Bachelor, 2 seasons of Bachelor in Paradise, and The Bachelor Winter Games.
The show really, truly changed my life in more ways than people even understand.
However, fans were most excited about the history Clare was set to make as the lead of season 16 of The Bachelorette. After all, considering she turned 39 on March 20th, 2020, the contestant turned lead holds the title of being the franchise's oldest bachelorette. However, excitement quickly turned to confusion on July 30th, 2020, when Life and Style reported that Clare had threatened to quit the season. According to the publication, after just 12 days, Clare no longer wanted to participate in the show, as she'd already fallen in love with contestant Dale Moss, the rumored recipient of her first impression rose. An inside source revealed that producers were completely freaked out when Clare threatened to leave, as they were left frantically trying to devise a plan to salvage the season. After all, The Bachelorette needs, well, a bachelorette, and the show's 16th season would have to be scrapped if they couldn't find a replacement. Season 16 of The Bachelorette was meant to be Clare Crawley's time to shine. However, as rumors began swirling about Clare's whirlwind romance with contestant Dale Moss, the former NFL player quickly became one of the most famous names in Bachelor Nation, even though fans of the show technically hadn't met Clare's rumored beau.
So I have been known to date younger guys.
While not yet a household name, Dale Moss is no stranger to the spotlight. In fact, it seems that the Bachelorette contestant was well on his way to being a public figure before he reportedly shook up the entire Bachelor franchise. As a football player, Dale has played for the Green Bay Packers, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and Chicago Bears. If that weren't impressive enough, he's also represented by Wilhelmina Models, and he has been featured in global campaigns for multiple major brands. In addition to being a professional model, Dale is an active philanthropist. According to his personal bio, Dale is a Special Olympics global ambassador, and he strives to make a difference by working with organizations like the Tiger Woods Foundation and Wounded Warriors Project. Were Clare Crawley and Dale Moss communicating before season 16 of The Bachelorette began filming? After all, Clare was only about 2 weeks into her season when she reportedly threatened to quit, which is hardly long enough to fall in love with someone you just met, even by Bachelor franchise standards. Since Dale was one of the contestants originally cast for Clare before the global coronavirus pandemic delayed filming, fans began to speculate that the two had been communicating for months, which is why Clare felt confident in her connection with the contestant. However, according to former Bachelor contestant Michelle Money, Clare hadn't talked to Dale before meeting him while filming The Bachelorette. In an Instagram story recorded by a fan and posted to Reddit, Michelle revealed she was impressed by his social media account but never DM'd, never texted, never talked. Michelle said that if the rumors about Clare finding love with Dale are true, she was proud of her friend for having the self-respect and the respect for the other men to stop filming. Steve Carbone reported on August 11th that this graceful exit could indeed be what really happened, according to his inside sources, writing, "It was once producers noticed Clare and Dale's chemistry that they realized they had a problem on their hands. And probably the biggest difference I've heard from what the media is reporting is that it was production's idea to go to Clare with the suggestion of, well, what do you want to do here? It's clear you're into him and no one else." Season 16 of The Bachelorette had already experienced a major delay in filming due to the global coronavirus pandemic. So when it was reported in July 2020 that Bachelorette Clare Crawley had indeed decided to leave the show after only about 2 weeks of filming, fans were worried that the season would be permanently shelved. However, Bachelor producers are nothing if not resourceful, and the franchise is full of eligible women any group of contestants would be thrilled to meet. And as luck would have it, one of those women reportedly just so happened to be a fan favorite contestant from Colton Underwood's season of The Bachelor, Tayshia Adams. Steve Carbone first discussed the rumor of Tayshia replacing Clare Crawley as Bachelorette on July 31st, but publications like People didn't report on the hot piece of gossip until August 4th. And before fans could even truly wrap their heads around this unexpected development, even more tea was spilled. The same day people reported that Tayshia would be stepping into the lead role for season 16 of The Bachelorette, former Bachelor contestant Hannah Ann Sluss was spotted carrying quite a hefty suitcase into the resort where the show is being filmed, according to Us Weekly. And as if Hannah Ann's presence wasn't confusing enough, another Bachelor franchise favorite was also reported to be on location, Becca Kufrin. Some fans speculated that this could mean multiple Bachelorettes in season 16. Steve Carbone suggested another theory, tweeting, "Those two have something in common. They were initially chosen, then not. What if their presence is nothing more than them talking to the guys still there about being second choice?" Carbone could be onto something. An inside source who spoke with E! News claimed there was a very simple explanation for why Hannah Ann and Becca showed up at the resort, telling the publication the women were simply there, quote, "to lend support." Historically, The Bachelorette has made a significant effort to prevent spoilers from leaking and ruining the most dramatic season ever, which, as fans of the Bachelor franchise know, happens to be every season. However, the twists and turns of season 16 of The Bachelorette were impossible for producers to hide from fans. In fact, Bachelor Nation seemingly spilled the beans. The day before people reported that Tayshia Adams would be replacing Clare Crawley as Bachelorette, several franchise favorites publicly congratulated Tayshia on her exciting new gig as Bachelorette, even though ABC hadn't confirmed the rumors. Rachel Lindsay, the franchise's first Black Bachelorette, told Entertainment Tonight, "I have been fighting for inclusion, and I've said before that Tayshia would be an excellent Bachelorette, so I am more than happy to pass the torch." Even Tayshia's ex, Colton Underwood, offered some encouraging words, while also referencing the time Tayshia called out his supposedly horrible kissing skills. Colton wrote, "Congrats, Tayshia. Good luck, and I hope you find yourself a better kisser." Awkward. Hopefully Clare and Dale really do find love, and Tayshia's season, once she takes over, ends with a similarly romantic and dramatic result. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more list videos about your favorite reality show franchises are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.